So when it comes to the game of basketball and the awards that can be won with that game of basketball, have that be the MVP award, Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, Rookie of the Year, I typically think there's not really a criteria. You look at the MVP award and Kevin Durant's MVP is different than Russell Westbrook's, is different than Jokic's, is different than Giannis's. Like, the reason they won were for completely different reasons, and a reason why a player wins it one year might not be a reason they win it the next year. But I think of all those awards, and I think there's a pretty good understanding of how to win the Rookie of the Year award, which we are going to talk about for today's video, man. I don't know, like, just looking at the draft board again and just seeing all these teams get all these great young players, and just knowing that this year, it's just really hard to know who's going to be the best of the best. Like, there could be a lot of great players, a lot of bad players. We don't really know, man. And it's a lot of fun, and it's super exciting. If I can ask you before we get going on this discussion, remember I am doing 24-hour NBA update videos. Have that be on rumors, speculation, news, whatever it may be. So if you are new, guys, I cannot grow this channel without you. Please hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you don't mind hitting that like button, thank you guys so much for that. Before we get into the Rookie of the Year predictions, first let me know in the comment section below, who do you think is going to win Rookie of the Year? Like, off the top of your head, just let's see if what you say matches with my prediction later on in this video. But as far as like news going on in the NBA, the only thing that's I've seen this morning was Kyrie Irving. It seems like out of all the teams that he's interested in going to, I believe that was the Miami Heat, Dallas Mavericks, LA Clippers, Lakers, and one other team. Apparently the only teams that are actually interested in trading for him or signing him, whatever it may be, would be the Los Angeles Lakers. And apparently they've even gone as far as, I guess this wasn't the Lakers that said this, but there's rumors out there saying that Russell could sign with the Lakers for the mid-level exception, which is about $5.6 million. So how do you guys feel about that? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, man, let's get back to the actual prediction stuff here. Okay, so how do you typically win the Rookie of the Year award? I think the first thing you can do when it comes to these predictions is cancel out any rookie that's on a contending team. I think typically speaking, you know, it's players that have like that big, huge team impact. And if you are a contender and you're relying heavily on a rookie, then chances are you're not a contender, if that makes sense. So I think in those cases, you kind of rule that out. It actually would have been kind of exciting to see like a healthy rookie James Wiseman and everything like that. But if I remember correctly, yeah, there were still a lot of injury issues with the Warriors that season anyway, so who knows how that would have all went, man. But, like, if they were to draft James Wiseman right now and put him on the Warriors, that would be kind of interesting. I'm just kind of wondering how that would affect voting and stuff like that. The Warriors won damn like 60 games or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so let me bring up the rookie draft board. I think to win the Rookie of the Year award, looking at Scottie Barnes, how did he win it? Well, the Toronto Raptors obviously didn't make the playoffs the year before. I still think it was a very anomaly of a season for them just because there was a lot of issues as far as, you know, they weren't playing on their home stadium because of COVID. And I know Fred VanVleet lost like 50 pounds because he got sick and everything. And, yeah, so I know like the reason they didn't make the playoffs that year. But then Scottie Barnes came. And, you know, I already had predictions of the Raptors being like one of the comeback teams of the year, but Scottie was a huge reason because of that. So he had that huge impact on the squad, right, man? So which players in this draft can have the biggest impact on the different teams? So let's, I'm going to go through the lottery here, man. If there's anybody that pops off, you know, in the not lottery, then I'll mention that. But you got Paolo Banchero. Okay, how does he win Rookie of the Year on the Orlando Magic? I think for that to happen, you know, they got Jalen Suggs. I think Jalen Suggs really needs to break out in this second year. I think they need to consolidate the roster. I think they need to use Paolo heavily, you know, in the offense, man. Like, he has all the tools to win Rookie of the Year. But do I think, like, the Magic are going to make the playoffs? Do I think the win-loss margin is going to be that much of an uptick? I don't really think this is the year for that. But that's not to say he can't win it, but he would need to have a huge impact on the Magic's win-loss column, in my opinion here, man. Number two, this is actually my biggest, they're probably going to win Rookie of the Year prediction right here, and that is Chet Holmgren of the OKC Thunder, because I think very much like Scottie helping the Raptors get back to the playoffs, I think that Thunder team, they're already, even pre-Chet, like I think they were already ready to make that next step. I do think they were a Chet Holmgren away from actually doing it, but I really firmly believe that this Magic team can no doubt make the play-in tournament and, maybe even get like that, I guess, 8th seed are still in the play-in tournament technically. So yeah, kind of around that, 7th through 10th spot in the conference rankings or whatnot. So yeah, man, I think Chet, if he's puts up the numbers to have that impact, playing with Shea and Giddey, if he can average, 17 points, 10 rebounds per game, maybe a block or two, he is definitely my favorite to win it, because that will have such a huge impact on the Thunder getting to the playoffs. Without him, I don't think they would have done it. Maybe close, but not quite there yet. Chet can have that huge impact, man. So yes, number 3, we have Jabari Smith. I think Jabari Smith also is going to have a really good season for the Houston Rockets. I don't think this is the season the Rockets make the playoffs or play-in tournament. I do very much recognize they had a fantastic draft, but I think this is definitely a year to bring it all together, see what works, see what lineups work, see which of the young players are ready to progress to that next tier as players, and they'll be back. I think they'll be, going for it the season after by going for it, making the play-in tournament, right? So I don't think Jabari Smith, but unless, obviously if they make the play-in tournament because of him, he can win it, which kind of goes without saying for all these rookies. Keegan Murray could be very interesting. He's 21 years of age. Typically, these older rookies, they transition very nicely to the NBA. I think the 2 prime examples I have is I think Malcolm Brogdon was an old head rookie. He was like 22, and he ended up winning, Rookie of the Year a few seasons ago. I think 2017 or something like, was it? Something like that, 2016. And then I know another rookie that was an old head that had a really good impact. 2 more, actually. Let's name 2 more. Kyle Kuzma, his rookie season on the Lakers when everybody was like, damn, this dude might be better than Jason Tatum. Kuzma's still a good player. Let's not have that comparison, man. Trae Young, Luka Doncic, both great players. I think the gap between those two is probably smaller than Kuzma and Jason Tatum, but still, man, I think the point still stands. And then, like Chris Duarte for the Pacers. Like, he was like 22, 23 years of age, and he was really good for the Pacers. So, yeah, Keegan Murray, we know that this Kings team is going to be aggressive in trying to make the playoffs, play in tournament. They obviously went for Sabonis. We'll see what other moves they make this offseason. But if Keegan could be a big part of that and help them get to that next step, then, yeah, I think they're going to be calling his name as Rookie of the Year. Obviously, he has to put up the numbers alongside doing that, too. Like, they can't just make the play-in tournament and he's, like, not a big impact of it. Like, he's got to be a reason why, and I think it could definitely happen. Number 5, we got my dude, Jaden Ivey. So I'm really excited for this Pistons team. Jaden Ivey felt like the missing piece to the puzzle. Now, Cade Cunningham's going into his second season, and he already looked fantastic as a rookie. Sadiq Bey, I think he's going to be even more comfortable as a scorer next season, man. So I can see this Pistons having an uptake in wins. And if Jaden Ivey can, bring his style of play and mesh in nicely with Cade Cunningham, which I actually think they work perfectly next to each other. Cade is a bit more like pick your spots type of player, and, like he can turn on the Jets a little bit, but I would say Jaden Ivey is more like attack the basket, man, like full on energy all the time. Like Cade is Chauncey Billups and Ivey is Rip Hamilton running off screens, just more modernized for today's NBA, and that's, slash into the basket and stuff. So yeah, Jaden Ivey, man, I hope he gets Rookie of the Year. I hope my Pistons can make the play-in tournament. It'd be so much fun to see. I very well think he can do it. And I think it's going to come down to, who's more ready to take that next step. The OKC Thunder with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or the Detroit Pistons with Cade Cunningham, and which rookie is going to help out the most. And then you got Benedict Mathurin. Pacers, I think, are in a bit of a rebuild year. We're going to start speeding up a little bit here, guys. But yeah, Benedict Mathurin in a rebuild year with the Pacers. I still think they're making some choices in a few years away, but I love him in the backcourt with Tyrese. Shaedon Sharpe, I don't see it happening unless he's just like they start him at small forward or something. He just ends up becoming this amazing player alongside Damian Lillard and being like the missing piece out of nowhere. Dyson Daniels thinks they have a nice impact, but not a Rookie of the Year impact. And yeah, you start getting down to it, and typically, you pick the top 3, 4, 5 players because you think they're going to win Rookie of the Year. Then at that point, you're just drafting people that are available, still great players, but if they were going to be in that Rookie of the Year conversation, they probably would have been drafted higher. So yeah, it's kind of hard to go into too many details of every single rookie in that case. But yeah, man, so I would say my predictions is I think I'm like right here. I'm not trying to be biased, man. I would say this even if I wasn't a Pistons fan. I swear, I promise, man. I promise. Please believe me. But I do have like Chet and Jaden like right by each other, like just right, just like that, man. Right by each other, guys. So yeah, man. I'm excited for the season. I am also going to go to the beach now. So thank you guys for enjoying this video. Hopefully you did, I guess. I should not assume that. Thank you for taking the time, a chance on the video. And I'll be back either Sunday with an update video. I usually take Sundays off because, man, you know, just good mental health day to just do other stuff. But if there's like big news, man, it's free agency season, baby. I literally just I talked to my dad on the phone yesterday, and I was supposed to be going to like visiting family for the 4th of July weekend. And then I found out it was the weekend of free agency. And man, I can't let you guys down, man. So I'm going to replan stuff with my family, do stuff with them other time, and get you guys that heat. That's all we got. Peace out, my friends.